As you might know, my friend from Colorado came out again this summer to visit me, and we started our journey on the Kenai Peninsula. We went down to Homer, where we toured as many sites as we could, including the Beluga Overlook, that is a wonderful wetland where you can see all sorts of wildlife. Unfortunately, we missed a bear that happened to be there at that moment, but we did see some planes landing on the lake, and then we headed over to the most amazing bookstore I've ever been to, the Old Inlet Bookshop. As you can see, it is nestled in this quaint little cottage. It's surrounded by amazingly beautiful flowers, but once you step through the door of this building, you will be blown away by the sheer number of books that she has tucked away in this building. Every nook and cranny is crammed full of books. There's almost every book that you could imagine in here. Everything from old books dating back to the 1800s, and then there's some modern bestsellers in here as well. Just about anything that your heart desires, you're going to be able to find here. But if you come here, just know that you're going to have to do a little bit of homework in order to find what you're looking for, because there are books tucked behind books, books stacked on top of books, books from floor to ceiling, as you can see here. This on the second floor was amazing just because of the amount of weight that each of these books must carry. And I was fortunate that that floor did not give way while we took our time and looked through every shelf that we possibly could in our short time here. I did manage to pick up a few books while I was at the bookstore. I did get a field guide to wildflowers. As you know, I love reference guides. And this one not only has some wonderful illustrations, some of them are full colors, you can see here, and some of them are not. It does have some detailed descriptions of the flowers themselves. And it's a pretty robust guide. So try to flip pages while filming with the other hand, but you get the idea. So thought that was awesome to find that. And then I also picked up this book from 1906 called The Field and Forest Handybook. And it's basically a book about bushcraft and things to do in the forest. But I got a big kick out of the back of this book where they advertise other books that they have published for their readers. And this one in particular cracks me up. How to Amuse Yourself and Others, the American Girl's Handybook. The first time I saw that, I couldn't even read the title out loud because I was laughing so hard. So just the title alone amused me. And then I picked up a novel. It's a murder mystery, double murder mystery, The Challenge of the Bush by Courtney Riley Cooper. And so far I've made it in just a few pages, but it appears to be quite an interesting novel. My friend also picked up a book while we were there. She picked up the Pocket Guide to Equine Knots. She and her daughter have a horse that they care for, so I'm sure that they'll make good use of that. And then speaking of books, I did happen to get a book recently from Ed over at Mountain Mariner Off Grid, and Ed sent me a book by Steve Ranella, and it's about his buffalo hunt that took place in Wrangell St. Elias National Park, or in the preserve in the area just behind where my cabin is located. So very interesting read here. And if you guys didn't know it, Steve Ranella is somebody that I look up to. He's got a channel called Meat Eater. If you're not familiar with it, you can find a link to his channel as well as Ed's on my channel page in the various sections that I have listed out, where I detail some of the other channels that I enjoy watching. So be sure to check out Ed's channel for sure. Again, Ed over at Mountain Mariner Off Grid, Alaska. Next, we headed over to the Alaska Islands and Ocean Visitor Center, which is completely free to visit, which was a bonus for both of us. Here you'll find indoor and outdoor exhibits. Inside, you're going to find a Bering Sea bird rookery and dramatic recreations of Aleutian artifacts, and a field camp where you can delve into the fascinating work of biologists who are dedicated to understanding and conserving the marine environment. Once you're outside, you can take a stroll down to the Beluga Slough, and explore the beach. There's also a trail that passes through some woods where it's not unusual to spot some wildlife, including moose. And another nice thing about this center is that it also has some guided hikes through the wetlands. So something to definitely check out if you're in Homer. These birds look like their eyes are following you wherever you go.
Spaces between continents. Salmon spawned in Asian and North American rivers spend most of their adult lives as part of the ocean food web. Seabirds and whales migrate from southern seas to Arctic regions, mainland to island, island to coast, Latin America and Asia. And humans transport goods, net fish, drill for oil, dump waste, live and play at sea. The Alaska Maritime National Wildlife Refuge, with its remarkable beauty.
You take care now.
Before heading back north to our Airbnb, we traversed down to Whiskey Gulch, where we were treated to a show by a group of eagles and seagulls who were enjoying their lunch.
Going through the Whittier Tunnel, and it is open for us this side, and then we're gonna spin around and come back through the other side, but it's only one way each way.
There's one apartment building where the entire town lives.
So
While in Whittier, we toured the Prince William Sound Museum, designed by Ted Spencer, who is considered to be the foremost expert in Alaskan aviation history, including both military and pioneer pilot heritage. Over the past 21 years, Ted Spencer has worked to share the stories of our long-forgotten heroes, from the adventures of pioneering expeditions to the Arctic and the uncharted lands of the Alaskan interior, to military campaigns in the Aleutians during World War II and the history of the Cold War in Alaska through an extensive collection of priceless rare artifacts, including original photographs and movie film that have never before been seen by the general public. The museum's collections include rifles found on the battlefield, the personal writings and letters of fallen soldiers, uniforms, and many more items that not only help to tell the stories from the past, but carry the weight and gravity of World War II and the vital role that Alaska played. In the midst of the rugged Alaskan wilderness, during the turmoil of World War II, a strategic decision was made to establish a military presence in the remote town of Whittier. Selected for its deep water port and strategic location within Prince William Sound, Whittier became a crucial military outpost for the United States during the war effort. The construction effort in Whittier was monumental, transforming the landscape with barracks, warehouses, and administrative buildings that would support thousands of military personnel. Life here was challenging but rewarding. Many worked around the clock to ensure our forces were well supplied and ready for any mission. Whittier's strategic importance extended beyond its immediate military functions, serving as a vital link in the logistics chain that supported operations throughout the Pacific Theater. After the war, Whittier underwent a transformation, with many of the military structures repurposed to serve the needs of a growing civilian community. The military presence here left an indelible mark on Whittier. It shaped its infrastructure, economy, and even its sense of community. Today, efforts are underway to preserve the legacy of Whittier's military history, ensuring future generations understand the sacrifices and contributions made here during World War II. As Whittier continues to evolve, its past as a military outpost remains an integral part of its identity, a testament to the resilience and spirit of this remarkable Alaskan community. Well, that's going to do it for today's video. There is lots more that is happening, not only with travel with my friends, but also things happening back at the cabin, such as some antics from some wildlife. So join me next week to see what this little guy was up to, along with all the things that my friend and I got up to. And I will check for you in the comments, and I look forward to seeing you there. Until next time, please stay safe and take care. Whether you've contributed through a YouTube membership, Patreon, PayPal, or you've donated to the channel in other ways, your support means a lot to me. So with that being said, that concludes today's video. I want to thank you for watching and joining me today. As always, stay safe and take care until the next time, and I'll see you then.